me when am I getting married. It's always like we're in a cage. Take it or leave it. My mother is expecting to marry an Igbo man. Practice with your husband. Why do you want to marry somebody that is not Nigerian? How is it not possible? It's coming to come and tell me. Don't tell me. And that's why you see people cheating out here on the streets, man. That's really tough. After your wedding day, they will have nothing to say. I'm cracking myself. Hello there, friends. You welcome me now. How you doing on the channel? It's been a while since I did a chit chat video and actually like sat in front of you guys. So I'm going to be doing my makeup today. Don't worry, I'm talking about here. We are not, because so many people have been chatting a lot about. I'm even tired of hearing about it. So everybody please shut up and just let the world move, okay? I'm even going crazy now. I need to do my brows first. If you want to know how to do my brows, I'm going to put it on the screen somewhere. So we're going to be talking about like random stuff that's been happening and just life in general. Just empty my flipping brain. I've not had any friend-to-friend conversation. Actually, over the phone, yes, obviously. I've not had any person-to-person convo in the past. But God save my precious beautiful soul, because I'm going crazy. Let me just shut up. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm doing my brows. I'm gonna do my face now, obviously. Today I really am here to rant about so many things that so many people don't talk about. Let's face it, I actually cut myself up. Some of it has to do with relationship stuff, so just sit tight, be ready to argue in the comment section, because I know some of you are really going to come at me. Don't worry, it's not something to be furious about. It's just normal. Hold on. Okay, so the first thing I'm using is my primer, and it's from Smashbox, and I've been using this primer for like 2 years now. Three years. So many of you don't know that there's a difference between dating and being in a relationship. Dating is when we've been talking. Let's say I'm talking to somebody at the moment. It could be over the phone, it could be like texting only. You guys are interested in yourselves, you know you're interested in yourselves, and you guys talk to each other. Let's say you've never met in person, or maybe you've actually met in person. It doesn't matter, it varies. So let's assume in my own situation now, I'm talking to somebody on the phone, like texting, and then we've been talking for a while, and we know that from like our discussions we've started finding some things that are really attractive, like between each other. I mean, attractive about English is so hard. And then we're all like fronting and all these things, and we want to actually meet up in person or go out on a date. Going on a date is not just going out to eat, okay? For those of you, mostly Nigerians, because in general we're not really raised to date per se. So you guys start talking, you guys are meeting up, and then all of a sudden you guys have met up the first time, you liked each other's company, the guy asks you again and says, do you want to go out on a date again? Obviously there was something that he saw, there's something you saw too that made you say yes, okay, fine, I want to go out on a date with you again. Let me just make this clear. See, it's not wrong to go on too many dates at the same time. In everybody's case, you're allowed to date as many people as possible. Dating is getting to know somebody. It is not being in a flipping relationship. I'm not going to act like I'm the most enlightened person in the world. I'm really not. I didn't know at first until like someone actually told me about it. You're probably wondering like, okay, this person has asked me out on 4 dates, 5 dates, 6 flipping dates. There must be a reason. Like there's something he's getting from me. I don't mean sex. These things are not really talked about. People hardly bring it up to their children. You have to talk about it. It's something that happens in our lives. It's something that happens every day. When our parents don't talk about it with us and all these things, and then when it comes to like when we start hanging out with our male friends and our parents, or our female friends for the boys, and our parents start talking about it, and our parents like start accusing us or start using these kind of like pinchy eyes to look at us as far, are you sleeping with another person? And I'm like, you never talked to us about it when we were young. So why is it now that you're trying to like get into my space, my personal space, to find out if I'm sleeping with somebody? You train me up not to sleep with guys before marriage. I mean, that's what our parents tell us most of the time. Although some of them didn't do that when they were young, but maybe they just realized that's their own morals. But you have your own morals as well. I'm not going to say it's because of the Bible that I'm not having sex before marriage. It's because of my morals. Because if I say it's because of the Bible, then what about other rules in the Bible that I've broken? So these ones are my morals. So back to what I was saying, like our parents never talk about these things with us. I don't know why it is such a taboo in the, let me not say black community, because I know there's some places where some black people talk about it with their children, but in Nigeria parents don't say it enough. you're allowed to talk to your children about these things. Like, I'm talking now because to you guys, you might feel, oh, you're not a parent, so obviously why am I talking to you about this? But like, when you get married, when you have your own children, you also fall into this situation because we tend to behave the way our parents trained us. If your parents never talk to you about it, it's going to almost sound like a taboo to you to talk to your own children about it. That's why I'm kind of like making it clear. These are things that we need to talk to our children about. It's not a taboo, for flip's sake. Explain to your child the difference between dating and a relationship. At this point in my life, obviously parents will start saying, when are you getting married? Why are you asking when am I getting married? I know at a young age you're not allowed to bring up marriage or like anything that has to do with marriage or boyfriend, girlfriend, but how do you want me to go into that world when you never exposed me to things that could happen or things that I should run away from? It's always like we're in a cage when we're at home. Okay, you've wrapped us up in a cage, you've told us to stay at home, don't go out, don't sleep around with boys, good and fine, but like, what are you doing about that situation? As a girl, the person that breaks you, I'm talking about the person that disvirgins you, is going, I hate that word, the emotions are going to be connected forever. Take it or leave it. The person that breaks through, the words I'm using, the person that breaks in, the person that breaks in is going to be on your mind forever. Like, even if the person hurts you, that's even worse for you because it's a situation where this person that was the first to enter you has now broken your heart on top of it. Even if you move on, the scar will remain there. So you need to be very careful. That's why our parents keep telling us don't have sex before marriage, because the person you're going to end up sleeping with, you might not even end up being with that person, and you get scarred because that person will be with someone else. And each time you see that person, this is like, even if this guy goes to a different country, he's still, you know he's still alive somehow. I might not be right in your own situation, maybe you've moved on from whoever broke you, but you will always know that that person that entered you first will always have like that small scar. No matter how healed that scar is, it's still going to be somewhere. You will find it if you search well, you know you find it. What I'm just trying to say is that's one of the reasons why our parents tell us to avoid having sex before marriage. So these are things that our parents never talk to us about, that we need to learn to talk to our children about. Everything that has to do with what I'm talking about now is revolving around Christianity in some way or form. In my faith, I know personally that sex is very spiritual. Let me explain why. The Bible says that when a man and a woman come together, when they have sex, they become one. It's not one person. You don't become one individual when you come together, but you become one in the spirit. There's a connection. That's why you see sometimes, let's say a guy, for example, doesn't watch pornography, and then all of a sudden, let's say, just has a mental breakdown or something and feels like, okay, sex is the only way you can get out of this, and then he has sex with somebody a girl that watches pornography. It could be a few months later, it could be a few days later, you have collected a bloody spirit from that person because he ends up watching pornography. It's not always the case. It could be some other spirit. It could be something like being unkept. It could be a situation where a girl is, maybe she's too much of a perfectionist, and all of a sudden she has sex with this guy that is too careless. He doesn't care about anything around him. He's so messy and everything, and all of a sudden she becomes messy. These little things are spirits that you don't notice, that you pick up when you have sex with somebody. Sex is not basic. Sex is very, I'm talking too much. Sex is too spiritual for you guys to be taking it as something basic. That's what I'm trying to say. This sex thing is very serious, and I believe that everybody should really talk about it, and is being less talked about and more judged in our time. So you're going to be having it every damn day of your life. You will have sex until you're tired. Like, it is there. God made sex for marriage. Is in the Bible, and why it is for marriage is because it's to bring the two people together. The Bible even says this is how much God regards sex. Let me tell you how much God regards sex. Holy Spirit, please guide my mouth. Let me not say the wrong thing. Let me tell you, in the Bible, God says the only time a husband and wife are allowed to stay away from having sex is when the two of them are mutually in agreement to not have sex, and is when they want to spend time with God, when they want to take out time and spend with God. That is the time they're allowed. If not, the same Bible said, if not, one person or two people will be tempted to do it with somebody else. See, there's no book that's as complete as the Bible. I'm not religious, but like, I take it like seriously. If you need any answer to whatever you're asking about, go and check in the Bible. If it's not in the Bible, it means that God does not want you to know. You want practice. Practice with your husband. Practice inside the marriage with your husband. That's why God made two people. When God made Adam, he did not give him a practice partner to go and practice with, to have sex, and then come back to Eve to practice with her. Some of you are doing, you want to practice and then you'll be able to teach your friend or your wife, whatever. At the end of the day, will you be happy if you've learned, or if you know that your wife has been practicing with other men? Obviously not. Same with you women. If you meet the person that was your husband's ex-sex partner, will you be happy? Will you be comfortable in front of her? I just want you guys to tell me the truth. Like, this is something that we need to talk about in the female section. In male, I want a boy to actually take this challenge and talk about it, because I don't hear boys talking about this very often. This is where people get confused. Don't feel like you're God. You're not there to save anybody. It's just like a girl coming and see the guy that sleeps around and she feels like she can change him. It's not possible. You can't. It's only the Spirit of God that can decide to change somebody. So don't feel like coming to somebody's life, or you want somebody to come into your life and then you want to change that person. Don't kill yourself like that. Don't do that to yourself. It's going to be a problem for you. And especially when it comes to people that don't believe in God, they can end up affecting you and making you to be an unbeliever if you're not a strong person in Christ. Do not carry demons and pass into somebody that is innocent, that did not do anything. Because those demons you're carrying are somebody that has slept around with different people now. You've not repented. You have not. This is the only condition. You have not repented. You carry that demon and you give it to somebody that does not have demons. And what do you think he's going to do? Oh, just smash and pass, smash and pass, smash and pass. But you're collecting as well as you before you pass. That's how it works. If you smash if you use your hand and you smash a cup and the glass breaks, check your hand. You will see some glass on your hand. There's absolutely no way you won't see any glass on your hand. So whatever you're smashing and you're passing, you're collecting and you're passing to the next person to collect the remaining pieces that you've broken. Next thing is, what is wrong with our parents? In fact, this one, I'm coming at Nigerian parents with this one, and some other parents in general that are very culturally held down. What is wrong with us getting married to people that are not Nigerians? I don't get it. Why do we have to marry a Nigerian? Like, why does a Nigerian have to marry a Nigerian? And of all things, let me say, okay, for me now, I'm Igbo. Take it or leave it. My mother is expecting to marry an Igbo man, which I'm not pertained to do, because it's my life. I get the fact that our parents care about us and they want the best for us. They want us to be able to communicate with whoever we're getting married with. It's okay. That's fine. that is understandable. But you making me marry somebody that is from my place or from my state or from my whatever you want to call it, just because the person you want us to be able to communicate and you want us to be able to speak our language, is not viable. It's viable, what? It doesn't make sense to me. It does not. Okay, at first I used to think about that. I used to be like, I don't think I'll be able to marry somebody that is not Nigerian. My reasons were, I may not understand this person. Food wise, we may be used to eating different types of food. But then after living here for a while, I don't blame our parents. I notice it's more amongst people and parents that have lived in Nigeria all their life and they don't know any better. So we can't judge them, honestly. Not that they don't know anything, they know what they're doing, but they probably don't know better when it relates to people that are not from Nigeria, if you get what I mean. They're judging from their own side of things. They're like, okay, fine, why do you want to marry somebody that's not Nigerian? And you say, fall in love with this person. And they're like, it's not possible. How is it not possible? Like, what is not possible about it? Why can't I be open-minded to marrying somebody that is not Nigerian? God did not say black people for black people, white people for white people, Asian for Asian, whatever you want to call it. God did not specifically make each race for each race. The only thing that God said is going to do what and multiply. Finished. And obviously do not be unequally yoked to unbeliever thing. God never mentioned don't marry a particular race. The only time God ever said to a particular set of people not to marry this set of people because they were unbelievers. So our parents come and tell me, don't tell me not. I look about to fight. Don't tell me not to marry somebody that is not Nigerian just because you feel like communication is going to be a barrier. If it's a barrier, learn the language. Period. It doesn't take stress. I'm learning Chinese. I'm learning Korean at the moment as well. I have a few Korean friends. I have a few Chinese friends. When I talk to these people, I want to feel more comfortable being able to speak with them in the language. Even if they don't want to learn Igbo, which is my actual language. But I know I speak English. All of us speak English, so that's not a problem. I want to be able to communicate with my friends without having issues. This one is coming straight at boys. Apparently, I heard that girls also say this as well. Like whenever they say they're interested in white girls or they're interested in Asian girls or like girls from any other place, I heard that boys say black girls come at them and like they don't appreciate their women or whatever. It's not about not appreciating you people. It is not. Whether they appreciate us or not, it's their choice. Like, I need people to understand that everybody has a choice. Even God gave us choices. Talk less of us. We have to be able to understand each other and give each other the opportunity to have our own different choices. You have nothing to say about somebody. Like, I don't want anybody to ever hold you back from liking who you want to like or liking any race you want to like just because they feel like you have to be with a black person. If, for example, I like white people, I like them for a specific thing. I barely have any white friends, not because I don't want to have white friends, just because I don't understand how some of them think, and I don't want to like annoy them or something. Like, you know, everybody grows up in different ways, and there's some cultures that are a bit similar. For example, food wise, Asians are very similar with Africans. Culture wise, the same thing. Even when it comes to like our parents paying our school fees, I don't see a lot of like British or Americans or Canadian parents paying their children's school fees. Most times I end up seeing, obviously, Nigerians, for real, our parents pay our school fees, take it or leave it. Same thing with Asians, their parents pay their school fees. So you can pick up all the similarities between any culture you want to be with and be like, even if there are differences, that's what is interesting. I'm a very spontaneous person. I love the idea of being able to date people from other places, date people from different backgrounds, and know what my interest is. I've seen so many Nigerian marriages that are boring as f. I'm not joking. I hate cussing, but this is how it is. They are horribly boring, and I'm not saying other relationships too in other countries are not boring. I'm just trying to tell you that it's all in your head. You need to get yourself out of that mental space of, if I don't marry this set of people, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, the whole world will judge you. Let them judge you. After your wedding day, they will have nothing to say. That's it. Everybody to your tent, oh Guinea, oh Israel. Everybody will go back to their tent. Nobody has anything to say. The only thing some parents are scared of is when people come for your wedding and they start singing, and it's not culturally driven. Like, you're seeing some people that cannot dance. Like, have you not seen interracial marriages with Nigerians where like it's fun? Like, it's actually fun where you see people like white people or whatever, wherever they're from, trying to dance, like move to the dance moves. And it's funny, it's nice. Me, I want to be with somebody that I don't know anything about you, and I want to learn more about you. Like, not know anything, I mean, I know your behaviors and stuff. Like, there's more to be discovered, but I want to learn more about where you're from. I don't want it to be a situation where we're from the same place and then I feel like there's nothing interesting to learn about you. It's different for different people. This is my own way of thinking about it. It may be wrong to you, but it's right to me. Like, what I'm saying is, I like to be in a situation, I want to be in a marriage where I don't know anything about your culture. I don't know a lot about your culture, and every day is a day for me to learn something new. Do you understand? It feels very, very fulfilling when you have to learn something new about somebody that you're with for the rest of your life, because marriage gets flipping boring. And that's why you see people cheating out here on the streets, man. People are cheating anyhow. You see girls talking about how they want to sleep with some married men. You see like different things happening. That's it. Everybody do what you want to do. Marry who you want to marry. Don't let anybody influence your decisions. Regardless of where they're from, you can communicate with them. So communication doesn't have to be a barrier because of where you're from. If you feel intimidated when the person is talking to their parents in a different language and you're there, then learn the language. In the church I was in previously, the girl is French, her husband is German. They never knew they were going to be together. They ended up being together. She learned German because she wants to understand where her husband is from. If tomorrow I marry somebody from maybe India, I will learn their flipping language. If tomorrow their parents are speaking to them in that language, I can understand because I've done my own what? I've done my own job. I've learned the language. Tell your parents, if they tell you this race has this issue, ask them who told them, because nobody told them. They like to come up with situations inside their head. That's how Nigerian parents are. They like to create their own situations inside their head. And don't argue with your parents or say they're wrong, because they have their reasons. Some of them might have actually experienced these things and are telling you from their experience. But don't let somebody's experience affect your own reality, because you have your reality. They have their experiences. Allow yourself to experience your own stuff. But don't go and choose a particular family when your parents tell you this family, Okon, Meji, Meta, no work. Don't go and do that, because now you cause yourself problem. Okay, so I really hope I actually challenge you guys to think differently as a new generation that we are. We're no more in the old times. Change your mindset. Let me just finish my makeup. Bye bye. If you know you're being affected by any of these three things I talk about, figure it out on your own. Don't let anybody's decisions affect your thoughts about things. It's your decision, and if you make a wrong decision, especially when it comes to marriage, that's really tough. So just know what you're doing. Everybody's different and everyone has their own stuff to offer, because we're all different. And also, if you're scared of dating, go go out there, give it a try. You will not sleep. Your husband is not going to come and meet you inside your parents' house and get married to you. He won't. You can start from texting, meet people in different ways, just be active. For flip's sake, that's why we have flipping technology and flipping Instagram and all the social media platforms. Use them and get your mans. That's pretty much all I have to say about this entire drama that has been going on in our youthful age that nobody has really addressed. So if anybody, other person has something to say, just go into the comment section right there. I have you guys on block because I'm going to check every single comment and I will reply to everything if I can. So enjoy your Korokoro season. Me, I'm leaving now. See you guys. Annyeong. Mwah. 사랑해.